Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to English Time. Today, we are going to make a preparation for your big event, which is presenting a sea creature. Okay, guys? Okay, what are the steps to be taken? The first step is choose a sea creature that you want to present. And then step 2 is make a note by answering the questions that we have discussed earlier. And then step 3 is to prepare your presentation. And step 4 is do the presentation and make a video of your presentation. What do they mean? We're going to discuss the steps one by one. Don't worry. Okay, the first thing to do is choose a sea creature. Our example is a blue whale. Yes, we have chosen the blue whale. What about you? You can choose other sea creatures that you want to present, but you cannot choose the blue whale anymore. Okay? The second step is to make a note. Answer the 6 questions. What are the 6 questions? Okay, the first one is what are they? Because we have chosen the blue whales, so the answer is blue whales. Number 2, where do they live? Yes, they live in all major ocean basins except for the Bering Sea and the Arctic Ocean. Okay? And what do they look like? They are the biggest mammals on Earth, over 150 tons. They have long blue-gray bodies with a blowhole on top, right? And what do they feed on? They feed on krills. Yeah, tiny ocean creatures, but mostly krills. And who or what are their enemies? Their enemies can be human and or man-made and from nature. Okay. Mm, man-made man-made threats that they have, for example, are ship strikes, oil, etc. And natural threats that they have that they face are killer whales, which are their predators, competitions from other blue whales and other baleen whales. Alright, and what special features do they have? Their water spouts are shaped like an exclamation mark, but of course without the dot. And they are like 30 feet tall. Okay, that's the note. Okay, made something like this. The third step is to prepare the presentation. First, you prepare a piece of paper. The size can be A4 or larger than A4. Okay. Next, write the title. What is the title of our presentation? Of course, our sea creature, right? Our example here is blue whales. And then after that, add a picture of the creature. Can be a drawing or can be printed. Okay. And after that, you can add the points that you have in your notes. For example, where do they live? And what else? What do they look like? Yes. What do they feed on? Right? And then what or who are their enemies? And the last one, oh yeah, what special features do they have? Right? And the last step of preparing the presentation is to decorate. Right, like that. Okay, so the presentation is done. After the presentation is done, your job is to practice. After you practice the presentation, Yes, do the presentation and make a video of your presentation. The video is approximately 3 minutes length. Okay, no more than 3 minutes. First, prepare your phone and create a nice setup like this, maybe in your study, maybe in your living room, but avoid recording a video in your bedroom. Your video must have a nice lighting. It must be in a bright place. Can be outside too. Okay. Now, do the presentation and have somebody else record your presentation. Okay. Now, during the presentation, don't forget to greet everybody and do a nice opening. Okay, here is the example of the presentation. You have your notes, okay? But the note is only to help you remember the points that you need to present, okay? So you don't read out your notes, but your notes is only to help you remember all the points that needed to be presented in your presentation. Okay? You must say more sentences that what you have in your notes. Okay? Just like my example here. My example of the presentation is way longer than the note that we have prepared earlier, right? Because I added more sentences to the presentation. Okay, after you're done presenting your sea creatures, don't forget to do a nice closing and say salam again. Okay, it must be 3 minutes or less from the beginning until the end of your presentation, of your video, sorry. Okay, now how do I score you? First, I'm going to see your eye contact, volume, and pronunciation. Do you make eye contacts? Do you use the correct voice level? Or do you say the words correctly? Yes, those are about eye contact, volume, and pronunciation. And second, inclusion of visual displays. Of course, I asked you to make a small presentation using a piece of A4 paper, right? And I want to see whether your display or your presentation is appropriate or not. Yes, how good is your presentation or how good is your visual display? Okay, so you must you must put an effort to that too. Okay, next, your use of English. Do you use full sentences and proper English or not, right? And then I'm going to see your preparedness. Are you prepared? Have you mastered your presentation yet? I want to see that. Okay, if you are prepared, it means that you have mastered the topic that you are talking about, and you are fluent. Okay, you will have a nice pace when you are prepared for the presentation. Okay, and then the last one is the submission. Submit your video only in Google Classroom classwork under the assignment named Unit 3 Presentation, a Sea Creature. And then the latest submission is Friday, September the 11th, 2020. Okay? Thank you for listening to my explanations. If you still have questions, you can contact me to my email or at my WhatsApp. Okay? Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good luck, guys!